we're in a very high tech driven industry. Lithium iron phosphate cathode active material that requires tremendous amount of precision. So it's really important that we have that precision all through our entire integrated supply chain and in our integrated product offering.
All right, welcome back inside our Proactive newsroom. Joining me now is John Passalacqua. He is the CEO of First Phosphate. And John, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to start off a Monday with another agreement for the company, and this one with a company that you know pretty well, you've been working with already.
Yeah, that's right. Prayon is a partner of First Phosphate. If you remember back in February of 2023, just after we went public, we released an MOU with Prayon that had 4 points of collaboration in it. One was this technology licensing agreement. Another one was an offtake for our material. Another one was some cooperation around purified phosphoric acid. And the last one was some development, looking at development in the LFP space together. So this is one of the 4 points in that MOU, which is the technology licensing agreement, which today goes definitive. So one out of the 4 points today goes definitive as we continue to work very strongly together with Prayon.
Yeah, so tell me how this is going to work now and how you're sort of getting to the next stage of this agreement.
Yeah, so Prayon is by far the world's leader in terms of providing out technology for making phosphoric acid in the world. There's a number of players, but I mean, from our research and from all indications out there, Prayon is the most well respected. Also, if you know, Prayon works with igneous rock, which is the phosphate that we have is from igneous source, not sedimentary source. So that's very important. The technology is a perfect fit. So when you license with Prayon, and especially when you license with Prayon around something as rare and as important as igneous rock, we know that we're going to get the right result. Furthermore, we've gone even further. We've picked Balestra as the engineering firm, which is one of the licensed one of the engineering firms sanctioned and authorized by Prayon, who's implemented, probably the largest amount of implementations of Prayon technology have been done by Balestra out of Italy. So when we work with Balestra, when we work with Prayon, we know that we're going to get a proper result. And I think that's the most important thing here when you're moving into technologies that they're not new technologies, but they're technologies which are new to implement in Canada. We want to make sure that we're working with the best in the world. So with Prayon and with their engineering firm Balestra, we know we've got a successful formula. We've got a 99.9% chance of success in implementing that, which is very important.
John, is this a great example of how you want to build your company? Is these deals that are in place working with the top providers of where you're at? I remember when we had one of our very first interviews, you had said that your plan was to make sure the company is working with the best people around the world with the best technology in order to get to a certain goal. And that seems to be just exactly what you're doing here.
Yeah, no, thanks for bringing that up, Steve. That's exactly it. I mean, we're in a very high tech driven industry. Lithium iron phosphate cathode active material that requires tremendous amount of precision. So it's really important that we have that precision all through our entire integrated supply chain and in our integrated product offering. So we start with the best phosphate rock in the world, which is out of Quebec, the purest, which we'll be mining at Bégin-Lamarche, and then we move into this licensing, which is by far the best technology that we know out there for processing this igneous rock. So that is 2 levels of quality there. And then when we get to the next level, which is producing iron phosphate or lithium iron phosphate powder, we'll be doing that as well with the biggest leaders in the world. As you saw from last week, we struck a very large partnership with GKN Hoganese of Tennessee. They're the largest producer of iron powder in the world. So that speaks to that as well. So best rock, best technology and partner for purified phosphoric acid, best technology and partner for iron powder. So we've started really right in the upstream, getting the proper players and the proper purity levels and the proper product quality specs from the beginning, and moving down the chain with that. So yeah, thank you for remarking that. This is exactly what we've set out to do. That's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly where we're going.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. John, congratulations on this exciting news from you, and we look forward to our next conversation, okay?
Yes, thank you, Steve. Have a great day.
You as well. John Passalacqua, the CEO of First Phosphate.